Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back to the official Lost video podcast. I'm just catching up on things here in my official Dharma jacket, available at abc.com. What exactly is Locke? What's his plan for the island? And what, if anything, is a candidate? We're here today with Terry O'Quinn to find out. Enjoy.
I lied to Randy. I didn't go to the conference in Sydney.
What?
Open the case, Helen.
It wasn't such a desperately sad and hopeless person. And I'm not sure if that's what they intended or if that's simply what I chose to want to believe, because I had gotten so tired of that poor, pathetic creature that was John Locke. And in fact, who the new embodiment of Locke says was a sad and pathetic man.
Do you want to know what he was thinking while you choked the life out of him, Benjamin? What the last thought that ran through his head was? I don't understand.
But what's, I think, revealed in the pilot is I'm the black smoke, and I'm it. Whether that is the man in black, which I think a lot of people have assumed, maybe that's so. No one has said that to me in so many words. I'm only going with what I've been told, and I'm only, I'm not presuming to be anything except for what they've told me.
Who wrote all this?
His name was Jacob.
Was Jacob?
He died yesterday.
I believe that the idea of the candidates simply points us in a direction and sets up another sort of final set of circumstances, hopefully leading toward the final set of circumstances. I mean, I think that's a big deal when they talk about the candidates. That's, when people say, well, there aren't any answers, well, but there are developments that lead toward answers, or at least lead toward a culmination. And I think that that's what the candidates helps to achieve.
You're a candidate.
Candidate for what?
I think it does seem to foretell that there's going to be, as Locke said in the pilot, one is light and one is dark. And I'm still, if somebody said you have to commit 100% that you're the dark side, that you're the evil, I wouldn't necessarily say so. I mean, if somebody said, well, you destroyed all these people, I said, well, read the Bible. So did God, time and time again. He said, follow me, and they didn't, and he destroyed them. So, they can't throw a pitch that I'm not prepared to swing at.
I rewatched the first episode of season 1, the pilot, and there's a scene where Locke goes, "Oh, backgammon. That's what it's all about. Dark and light, good and evil, the eternal struggle," something like that. So I'm wondering, is it A, you guys were like totally confused and didn't know what to do, and you looked at episode 1 and like, oh, that's what we can work on. B, did you guys know this from the start? Or C, is it just a coincidence?
First off, I try to make it a policy to not answer questions by people who only have one name.
Enrique.
Is he related?
Are you a soccer player, Enrique?
I think he's
then
related to
get a last
Shakira.
name.
But obviously, this is a new iteration of a question we get asked often, which is, people are finding clever new ways to ask, are we making it up as we go along? But that's essentially it. Clearly, having John Locke talk about good versus evil and darkness versus light as an overriding theme of the show is something that was going to really factor into the final season of the show. But of course, at the time that we shot the pilot, it was a pilot, so who even knew if there was going to be an episode beyond it? So it was sort of a mixture between A, B, C, D, E.
And yeah, but good and evil. I mean, look, that's the fundamental struggle on the show. And even at the beginning, I think that was implanted in the DNA of the show. So that is the root of what you'll be seeing in the final season of the show.
That's it for this podcast. Don't forget to submit your questions to the audio podcast at lostfanquestions@abc.com, all one word. And maybe, just maybe, Damon and Carlton will answer your question.